Okay, we're in good shape. It's
Good evening, everybody.
a minute early.
The March meeting of the Memphis Calligraphy Guild. We will go ahead and get started, and we'll start with the secretary's report from the last month.
Actually, it's from January.
January.
We didn't read that last month.
February didn't meet.
And right, these computer is in the shop, so if it's bear with me. President John Covey called the meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. There were no visitors present. According to Secretary Peggy Kunkel read the minutes. There were no changes. George Harmling and Maggie Sherrard moved to approve the minutes as read. Treasurer Maggie Sherrard reported that 13 people paid their dues. Some payments are on PayPal, and we still do not have access to that. Memberships. Maggie Naylor reminded us that also Leanne Dye is dropping out of the guild and won't be helping Maggie with the directory. Maggie found some cards that we can hand out to new members. Gavin has pneumonia. The library, Lisa brought books on layout and design. Workshop, Anne Rabinowitz was not present, but some members asked about a bookbinding workshop. Peggy offered to do it. The date, place to be decided. I'll talk to Anne, and Beth said she would check for a room on Saturday. New business. We need to pay for the use of this room and give Jamie a gift. Maggie Sherrard will talk with Beth. Old business. We still need a vice president. So if you are interested, please talk to John. Motion to adjourn by George Harmling and Maggie Sherrard, and we adjourned at 6:51. Any changes or corrections? I move we accept. Second.
Treasurer's report. Have anything?
Our rent is paid and changed in pay, and we have a balance of a little over $2,000 now. And I still don't have the information on pay now. Paid by pay now.
Maggie, I sent you an email regarding how we might go about it, and there was some contact information on that email.
Okay.
If you haven't had a chance to look at it, that's fine, but
Oh. But that's it. That's in my report.
Okay. Well, how much we have in savings?
Huh?
What's the savings account look like?
That is still a mystery. I have to get the account number to be able to get into what the balance is on that. I was told when I took over that it was somewhere near $2,000.
Was how much?
Near $3,000. We need new equipment.
We need to find out how to get into the bank's savings account for either deposits or get a financial statement from
Okay.
them.
What banks do we utilize? Verizon. Stripe. You have a PayPal account? You have a PayPal account? Is there an administration part of PayPal where you can contact?
yes, there is. I sent the information to Maggie last week. She hasn't seen the email yet.
Oh, all right.
I think Gavin told me one time it really wasn't functioning all that well right now.
Let's put it this way. I got through to them and they were asking questions about our account that I couldn't answer because I didn't have the EIN number. I didn't have some other information regarding the account. The credit card, the credit card and control of the account and some other stuff. I've passed all that information on to Maggie by email. Apparently she hasn't had a chance to see it yet.
I'm gonna look it up. Again, it is still,
You under the weather?
yeah.
Yeah.
Get the people who pay that, PayPal, we don't know Who space they're using as.
If we can get the account set over to you as the authorized person to handle it, that information should become available to you. And there's a help desk at PayPal.
PayPal. When Judy turned it over to me, there was something there about PayPal. And so I don't know how we're gonna get that number, but she may still have it somewhere.
Well, the EIN number should be on the state report that we filed last August. The EIN number should be associated with the report we did to the state last year when we renewed our annual renewal to the state as an active guild. Peggy might.
No. I
No?
don't have it either.
Well, who filed the report? Maggie, you filed the report, didn't you?
No.
I thought you did.
No, I did not.
That would have been.
I didn't know that was.
No, that was last year, last August.
I don't think anything's been filed. I don't think anything's been filed.
It was supposed to be filed first of last August.
You'll have to get that for Judy.
No, Maggie had the information because she got the EIN number from the bank account.
I've got bank account.
Yeah, but there's an annual report that needs to be filed with the state to keep us active as an organization within the state of Tennessee. And I thought it was filed. I thought you had done it.
I was figuring you filed that for us. Because I looked through and I found a part of a number out of,
I have the EIN number, I do have that, but I didn't know you had to have that to get into PayPal.
Yeah, you do because it's registered to the guild as our account. The caretaker of the account is listed as Judy, and there's a credit card number attached to it some way, shape, or form. Look up the information; they'll help walk you through it. They have a help desk that will walk you through it. Because they tried to walk me through it, and I didn't have the information on that.
sounds like we need to have that. I'll filter a meeting, to find out how to get back into operation with PayPal.
Yeah.
And they can be done outside of this field meeting. Okay, Maggie,
Last time, somebody gave me $30 cash, and I didn't write your name down, so if you're here tonight, was it you, John? Okay, Maggie, John, take this too.
Okay, cash, months ago.
You gave me cash.
Whoops.
well,
Sure, you're ahead.
Yeah.
who hasn't paid?
We don't know. We don't
Is it a
know.
donated fund?
Well, anyway, all right. So give me cash, write your name on it.
I left my mule outside.
Get Oh. Okay, well, we have. If you haven't paid your dues, and probably everybody here pass.
I paid to somebody, but I don't remember if it was a check or whether one pick up.
Okay, all right, Virginia is a member. Maybe. Was it you, Tina? It might have been you.
Because I brought cash and I think he said, we don't have a receipt, and I said, don't worry about it. That's usually, that's.
I think it's Tina.
Okay.
Actually,
It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, if you need me to pay it.
Tina is a member.
actually,
Yeah, I've been a member before, but I mean, I thought that I brought cash that night.
You're a renewed member.
Thank you. You're reading.
Okay, but if you have a shortage, let me know.
I remember because I was bouncing my check for, I checked, I wrote it in November.
All right,
But it hasn't checked.
Yes.
Maggie. Virginia has written a check in November and her check had cleared, so
It should be clear.
if you can check it.
That's all, everything. I try to keep it all together because it's very important for us to be able to refer to names and addresses and that things on the checks and then go all at once. But it's all in the bank and it's all.
All right. Tonight, we have some special treats for our members that came. Patty Patty Anderson, who is on our roll. She hasn't come in a few years, but she's kind of downsizing some of her calligraphy. This is, and we don't know, Keith made it, maybe, probably.
Yeah,
Are you
that's what
familiar
I made.
with what this is, an easel? So, to be fair, we thought we'd just kind of raffle it off. And also, Liz Ann Dinglesville. And you want to just say something about Liz Ann?
Well, she's not been well for, I want to say like 2 years. I know at least a year. And she really is not well. She's in a wheelchair. She's pretty much paralyzed. She does recognize you and she'll say hello. Conversation is it's really hard to even have a conversation with her.
That's so sad. She was a very good member.
Has Parkinson's, doesn't she?
Well, it's way beyond Parkinson's.
But I mean, that was the,
She had Parkinson's.
I think so. Who is this?
Well, anyway, her husband brought all of these books. And so we thought what we could do tonight is I'm going to call a number. And the first number I'm calling will be for the easel. And then the next number, whoever number, you just come up and pick a book and we'll just see how that goes.
Does the East have a board that goes across? You may.
No,
She
she did not have one with this, but
clear
yes,
board, so you can switch it as a light box.
yeah, but she didn't bring.
Last night.
All right.
Don't pick mine. I've got one.
If you have one and you don't want it,
Don't get it.
44.
that's you. Okay, then,
Congratulations.
would you like this?
Don't have any, so.
Well, there you go. You will need a board.
That's like brand new.
All right, since you did so good, I'm going to just let you.
Fantastic.
That's mine.
Oh, that's your, I'm sorry.
52.
52. That's me. All right, come and pick a book.
These are not part of that, right? These are best.
No, these books right here.
Don't touch.
Yeah.
Where are your shields? You're tennis. Yeah, I can have any of these I want.
Yes, you're first.
I just do that because I think that's one of the best sessions.
But let's keep it moving.
56.
56. Next.
Right.
51.
51.
Oh.
Come on, get the line. No, no. Don't need it.
48.
48. Okay, come on.
46.
46. Okay, Norma.
This is
47.
You keep your ticket. 47. 47.
Oh, that's out. Okay.
Okay, comes the line.
45.
40.
Okay.
Here you go.
How are we doing?
Great.
We still have some books.
53.
53.
27.
27. Okay.
54.
Me and I have them all, so pick somebody else.
49.
49.
John.
That's my number and give it to someone else.
Many books, John.
Yes.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, they're all
Okay, how many we have left? 2? All right. Pick a number from, all right, who hadn't gotten one? All right, come on down. Lois, you pick your,
This is,
we have, all right, has everybody else gotten one that wants one?
Okay.
let's see what I gotta check from.
Somebody sells invitation.
There it is. All right, everybody happy? Yeah. All right, thank you very much. You can throw your ticket away.
Thank you, Maggie.
You're welcome.
Okay, now, Ann, have you got anything you would like to say?
Well, it's not set in stone yet or anything, but we're going to try and do Peggy's book binding workshop sometime in October. If anybody would like to give a workshop, I would like you please let me know, and we could set something up, because when I get a room for Maggie, I'd like to do get the rooms at the same time, because the lady to work with is very difficult. So
Maybe the police department again.
yeah, the police station, which is a really great place to give like a Saturday workshop. So I'm open for volunteers or suggestions for a 1 or 2 day workshop. What pro?
You got anyone else needs to say anything, any
Business.
new business?
New business. I was contacted by Barry Foster, and Dyersburg State wondered if we would like to have a show July, August, and September of this year, and 40 pieces max, and they don't have to be new. Are we interested, or do we want to delay this?
When would it be?
July, August, and September,
How many pieces did you say?
about 40. We've done it there before. Remember that long hallway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know where you're talking about.
I say yes. Okay, want me to tell her yes?
Can we enter pieces that belong to other calligraphers? Like 10 bots?
No, I think it should be for the Guild Memphis.
Okay.
Does everything have to be for sale? No, it does not. Oh, okay. And does it have to be framed? Yes. And it does not have to be brand new. So just if you hung something out there before, you don't want to do it again. I mean, take something else of your stuff to put on. Okay? Oh, they probably won't remember either, but, and the other thing is, if I remember, they just wanted pictures to hang. I think all their cases are full.
They might have a list of what was in the show.
Did you keep a list? I didn't keep a list.
No, I said they might have.
I doubt it. They have so many shows out there, So I will tell Mary yes. Okay.
Would there be an opportunity for a little reception?
Yes, they usually do a reception. It's usually in the evening, but I don't know. We might be able to get it on a Saturday, if that would be convenient for people. I will ask Mary about that.
Reception's fair on
If-
Tuesday evening.
Interested in the evenings.
It's been in the evening, it's early.
What about a deadline, Peggy? Come up with a deadline?
Probably should.
Like,
Why don't you just get all the information over? Yeah, I'll get the information.
from her and,
I can't type anything up. I can't send any email. What I'll do is I'll contact somebody and see. I'll get the information and I'll pass it on to somebody and they can write out an email. Maggie, can I? You've got the mailing list, haven't you? Okay, I will contact Maggie. All right, I will tell her yes tomorrow.
And
You know,
help,
when they told the paintings delivered, but pick the.
I will find out. I'll get the information.
any old business? Um, any other comments? Do I hear a motion?
I move. I move. A second.
So, the meeting is adjourned. Beth, you want to take over and
Sure.
tell us a little bit about what's going on?
George, can you put those slides up for me, please?
Yeah, give me just a sec.
What's that?
What's that going to do with you?
Hey, I can handle it.
Right, you can handle that. I'm not going to move.
Thanks, John. Okay. Yeah. Y'all ready to have some calligraphy fun tonight?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I think I've met everyone. I'm going to be presenting kind of an overview about the unschooled style of lettering and calligraphy. Anybody, I know most of you that have been longtime members have experience in it. Is anybody not familiar with the unschooled hand or not ever done it before? Virginia, you've never done unschooled before?
Not really. It's beautiful. I love it.
You're gonna love it. I really like it. It's if you're familiar with the word majuscule, it means there are no capitals and lower case letters. It's all some people refer to them as capitals, but so that's one aspect that kind of makes it simple to learn. It's a beautiful style of lettering. I've enjoyed lettering with it, but I think it's fairly easy to pick up. Maybe I should back up a little bit. For those that I don't know well, my background, I'm one of the founding members of the Guild. It was founded back in 1987. Can't believe that. I am a graphic designer, and I had the good fortune of taking calligraphy as a college course towards my degree. So I had focused instruction and practice several times a week for a couple of years, and so I was very excited about learning calligraphy. So there was a little kind of a bump in my instruction when I found out that left-handed people have to use different nibs. They have to hold the pen a different way, the paper a different way. And I got a little discouraged, but I had a really great professor that shared with me that some of her best students were left-handed. So I don't know if she made that up just to encourage me, but it's what I needed to hear to kind of stick through it.
That's what I tell all my customers who say they're left-handed. I tell them about you.
Well, it just takes a little adjustment and getting used to, and if you stick with it, it's given me a lifetime of I've put together a little bit of information. This isn't a deep dive, but I'm just gonna kind of touch on some different aspects. Before we go through the slides, just to give y'all an idea, I told you to bring a few supplies. I've got a guide sheet that has the alphabet. And what we're going to do tonight is, if you have some tracing paper, I have some tracing paper, rather than lettering on it, which is perfectly fine to do, but if you put tracing paper over it, then you can practice over and over again with your tracing paper. This is a broad edge nib. This is set up for a wider nib. I like for beginners and just doing practice to work a little bit larger, just so you can see some of the nuances of the letters. So that's why the large size on that. On the sheet that I'm handing out, it's got, y'all familiar with the word ductus? Do you know what a ductus is? No. It's when the letters, it's an indication of the sequence of strokes. Excuse me. If you look at this, you'll see. It kind of gives you a little guidance on which stroke comes first. So you know, so it's what you do. The graphic was on here. But so this is kind of set up to fold in half if you like, but I didn't fold it, but just because we're going to be lettering on this. But the front of this, I've developed a little bit of a series called Letter Essence on the broad edge pen, and I've done a program using foundational and also italics. So my hope is that throughout this year, I'll be able to touch on a couple of other hands that we can run through the same type of information. On the front, some terminology, if you're not familiar. Those are just some basic terms in calligraphy. So that's kind of a handy. Give everybody. Oh, I'm sorry.
We can keep these.
How long of a tether do I have?
It's
Your shirt piled up.
it's just 3 minutes to 7 right now. So you've got about an hour.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I need one more back here. One night.
Basically, terminology. One more. Y'all can go over that. You need more? Then, so we're going to be going through the alphabet. At the same time we're going through the alphabet, I'm going to be demonstrating the letters as we go. Before we get started on that, I just want to touch on a couple of the slides here. George, let's flip to the next slide.
There we go.
Touch on some history. The unfilled hand that goes way back. Late antiquity, I had to look up those dates. We're talking about the year 250 up through the 7th century. So it's been around for a good long while. It evolved from the old Roman cursive. I'm sorry, I wish I had an example of that, but y'all can look that up, see the shift. One of the things that's distinct about the uncial hand is some of the letters, you'll notice, begin to look like a lower or a minuscule letters. For instance, the H and the A and the D begin to look less like a capital letter and more like what we call a lowercase letter. That M is more rounded, like the M we're familiar with today in the lowercase. Next slide, George. I've got a couple of examples from manuscripts. This is from the Book of Kells. Y'all are probably familiar with that. It's a very ornate gospel book that was created back in the British Isles. I really have this text up here for me as a prompt. 1800 AD is a masterfully illuminated Latin manuscript containing the four Gospels created by Celtic monks, likely originating in Iona, Scotland, before moving to Kells, Ireland, to escape Viking raids, renowned for its intricate insular art. It is housed at Trinity College, Dublin. Has anyone seen the Book of Kells at Trinity College? And it's fantastic.
Yes and no, because they turn a page a day, and so you only get to see one page.
What's the scale of it? Is it oversized? I mean, is it?
I don't remember, it was so, and it's in a room and so dim and dark.
I always envisioned it as being something.
Probably my biggest disappointment of anything I've ever done in my life.
Oh.
Foundation.
This is the half inch on it?
I would have function that is Italian.
Did you get this?
Is it?
Can I pass it around?
It's gorgeous.
Oh my God.
And I don't think they were very small, but it was just,
The original size of that.
It was disappointing.
very disappointing, and you didn't,
When they think.
it was amazing, it's pretty, there's a lot of people keep going through there, so, I mean, you couldn't even last, stand there for very long to see them do so.
Yeah, I could go into any of the lines.
And it's been cut down.
Yeah.
It's been cut down.
Yeah, it was stolen at one
Okay.
point. It was stolen at one point because the cover had gems on it. And so eventually it just got cut down, and I think it's been cut down 2 or 3 times, so it's not its original size.
Every time it's rebound, it has to be cut.
Cut down. Okay, well, that makes sense. Yeah. So interesting.
Yeah.
And you can see some of the characteristics of the uncial hand are apparent here. The roundness, the openness is a distinct characteristic of the uncial hand. Next slide, George. This is the Book of Duro from the late 7th century, Northern British Isles. A work venerated as a relic of St. Columba, the Book of Duro is an important manuscript for its incredible artwork and cultural significance. Created in the second half of the 7th century, it is the oldest complete insular gospel book and provides insight into the development of the insular style. It is the product of the Irish monastic scriptorium in the Northern British Isles, either in Duro, Iona, or Lindisfarne. The Latin gospel text and prefatory material are written in insular semi-uncial with significant decorative lettering beginning each section, it was once housed in a silver reliquary case. Wow, look at that. Gorgeous, the Celtic knots and all of that. But here again, those round O's and very distinctive.
The left side of the page is what they call a carpet page.
Carpet page. That's the style and the rectangular shape. Okay, next, George.
Oops, too far.
Anatomy of the letter.
Now, visual characteristics.
Characteristics. I touched on the open, the wide. It's kind of an extended, stretch more horizontally than vertically. Round, majuscule. We've touched on that. It's legible because of its openness. And short extend, that refers to the ascenders and descenders are not very long. They're pretty stumpy. You'll see as we go through the alphabet. So those are all kind of distinct things about uncial. What else have we got? Anatomy of a letter. If you look on that front piece, that is what that graphic represents. It just it touches on different parts of the letter. The pen scale, everyone's familiar with pen scale. What we're gonna be using tonight is 4 nibs high. That refers to the pen scale. The pen angle is our reference tonight is 20-degree angle on the pen. The letter slant is true vertical. There's no slant to the letters. This shape right here that I talked about is so open is referred to as the counter or the bowl. And the X height is, you'll know that, baseline to waistline. And then the ascenders will go up probably just a pin width, maybe and a half. The same goes for the descenders. Okay, let's practice. Here we go. Anyone need any, oh, I've got, we'll time for a slant board. If anyone prefers to work on a little slant, you can lean it up against the table. Anyone like that?
Said you got some tracing paper.
I do.
I think I'd like to use those.
Slant board?
Do you recommend using a slant board?
It's just a comfort thing. I think visually you can see a little better what you're doing if it's, closer to your eye. Anyone else need tracing paper?
Hey, Bill.
Yes.
Since for calligraphy is come forward, okay, level 66, come to the center, and that's where you work.
Oh,
I was believing him.
I like this.
Cushion anyway.
I like the slant board because it gives the comfort to your eye. Anybody else? All right.
Get it back.
Chicken wings.
She was looking for one. Two in.
Okay, we're just gonna go through the alphabet. Some people teaching calligraphy like to put letters in categories that are similar. We're just gonna follow the A to Z.
It is.
Just because. Does anybody have any questions?
Not yet.
Okay. All right, now my challenge is I'm working with one of these wide felt tip markers, which is great for teaching, but I have on occasion had it trip. Oh, so got a big stack of towels here that I'm gonna have to be very careful.
Question.
I might get fired. Yes.
Okay, so I'm a beginner, so I'm trying to learn this. So where in front of me should this thing be when I'm writing? Right in front of me?
Right in front.
Right in front
Now,
of my hand?
for me, because I'm left-handed, I would put it off to the side just because it helps me. So just kind of trial and error, Virginia, whatever feels comfortable. If you want to scoot back from the table a little bit, give it a different, angle. Yeah, good.
Does anybody need an angle thing? Well, that's what I was thinking. Don't you do it over here? Yeah. It's from over your head. That's what I was thinking. Maybe down the side.
Okay.
That's a question, but easy.
Question?
It's a good question.
It works better. Yeah.
Okay. There are a couple of variations on the A. The one here we'll start with, and then I'll show you the variation. So notice that entry stroke, and it's got a little curve at the top. It's not a angled entry stroke, it's more of a curve. So just pay attention to those little details. 20-degree angle is flatter than, say, italic. that would be like 45-ish degrees, so, um. 20 is, more on the flat side. So that first stroke can come down. And then you're gonna end with another little curve. It doesn't have to be a broad curve, just something that's not squared off or sharp. That's another characteristic of the actual, is the roundedness of corners. And then we're gonna come about halfway down and come more out. Down. There are a couple of examples on your sheets, where you can just shift your tracing paper over a little bit, do more than a couple. Sure. Sure.
It's tracing paper, too much of it.
Oh, yeah. Or would you like, like a salad kind of lots in bit? Well, I have, little, but I think sometimes it do take a little touch. I haven't really used this product. Oh, okay. So get used to it.
And you don't think you can. No, I have one, and that's just really to.
Okay. Yeah, it's just kind of a trial and error thing. You'll get used to. Okay, the other A. Now this does have an angle to it. And then that's a variation. All right, moving on to the B. So the entry stroke on some of the letters that have that vertical stem is sort of a sharp, but on some of the letters you'll see it starts out with a sharp, but then there's a curve into that stem. First stroke. Second stroke, we're starting not at the top of that stem, but you're coming down a little bit, and we're going to come up. More out straight. And then that bottom stroke got a little bit of a curve to it. Because I'm left-handed, sometimes my letters aren't always vertical. Because I'm coming at it from kind of an angle, and it's difficult for me to see, but it's just one of those things I have to be aware of. Notice on the C, the flatness of the top, it's not all the way flat, but there's some flatness to it. The C, the G, the S, of course the T, the E also.
Vince, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
When we're doing talent, you're not supposed to, yeah. You're not supposed to stay within the baseline and waistline. On these, should we stay just touching them or just going over them or?
I have a tendency on the rounded letters to go just crease, just barely outside of those lines.
Okay,
That's what I would recommend.
okay.
Not too far over, just a smidge over and a smidge over and then over again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That B, I'm looking at that B, which should really be wider than that, especially this bottom blue. If you look at your your sheet there, I've made it a little too vertical, though not, so I'm gonna do my and y'all know that keeping that 20-degree angle is important throughout the whole stroke. You're just locking in that, like this thing. Now, there are some forms of unshow that have unshow, and others, there's a lot of manipulation. There's more of a flat pin angle with lots of twisting and turning, but for this, we're keeping that 20. Okay, moving on to the C. So we're starting about this around this below the waistline. And we're coming out. Yeah, just hang right below. And then just right over. There's a little bit of a serif there. Ideally, these two should line up, the exit stroke and the stroke up here. See how this is. This sand to be a little wider. D. Oh, I love D. Let's see if I can do it justice. All right. We're starting with that, the left side of that. I didn't allow too much. I think I'll do it up here. It's similar to the O in that total roundness. In that second stroke, we're going to come up. There's a nice big curve. It comes out beyond. You'll notice start out wider than the first stroke. And there's a little bit of a entry serif at the top. This stroke is being wider. I'm looking at the shape right here and comparing it to the guide. It's the counter. The counter, right. The counter is a good way to judge when you're comparing your exemplar, is to look at those counters, the shape of the counter. Will give you some good information about how to adjust. I think right here, I got a little too curvy. See how it's more of a flat angle. So those are the things I'm looking at. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll do the E here. Okay, the E, similar to the C. Starting beneath that waistline. Coming down. More of a flatter top with a little curve to it. And then that Sarah. And coming back to the center. That 20-degree angle. And you can do a little upturn at the end. I don't know the video of the time. I have no idea what that 20%. Maybe I'll show them the 45 and like that. Sure, I can do that. In fact, you look over to the left side of your little guide sheet. There's a little square that has the 20 degrees. So 45 would be, from corner to corner. If you flatten your angle some, is the one. But that's a good, I like to have that pin angle nearby whenever I'm doing lettering, just to remind me what angle I'm going to be on. Okay, F. F is our goes up above the waistline. Okay. And if you look, it's got just a very slight curve, very slight, not quite straight, and it kind of curves inward at the bottom that goes below the baseline. So start up above, nearly straight, something like that. This one's got a little more curve to it. And then that little Sarah. And then the crossbar is actually resting on the baseline. 20 degree. Like that. Run out of paper. Okay, the G back to the C and the E. And there is a variation on the G as well. Beneath the waistline, come out wide. Flatter top. Now, your example here has got that flat cross piece. It's also acceptable to just do something like that. So that'll be the variation. I just prefer my makeup. So if you didn't have the cross part of that stroke, this is your T vertical down. The H is one of those letters that we're getting into the minuscule. So we're coming, up above the waistline. And we stroke. Right down. With a slight curve at the bottom. This one looks like it's got a build area right here. See how rounded it is on your sheet? So you come back in and just like that curve. The H, the second stroke is like the letter N. Coming out. Remember wide and open. Okay, that letter I is easy. Up. Down with the little curve at the bottom. That's it. It also has rounded in. So J is just like the I. Except it comes all around. Hey. Same stroke. Right curve up towards the bottom. It's coming up about a third of the way down. Back up. Somewhat flat on the top and then around. And angle it out. Don't bring it too down too soon. Come out wide beyond the top stroke. With the finishing curve. Actually, that top should have come out wider. So the first few minutes ago. So we were just let's see. Okay. That in on my paper. So, that sheet on the floor back here. Slide that down. Any questions? How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Are you liking the tracing paper?
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
Good.
You want this one?
Well, we could, let's see how far I can get on that sheet. We're not even, we're just halfway through.
Back up here. Very good. Okay,
So I'm gonna have to go for a little bit. Please, yeah. I'm so glad to give it to you. On the seat, so. I like it. I think I'm gonna, just insert paper. We're gonna skip over the L, so it's pretty, self-explanatory. The M. Ooh, the M. Another one of those. It's your freaking one. Okay. Balance is important in this. The challenge with the M is to balance the counter shapes. So be mindful of that. We're gonna start about here. Beyond the baseline. Then we're gonna come, this is a pretty rounded shape. And then straight down. We like that, a little ring around. Where'd you say that's it, Kirk? So. Swinging out. And it looks like my entry into the center stroke was too short. So that gave it more of a conjectural. I need more practice. But I have an awareness. So that's the N is the two vertical stems. There's a slight, very slight curve in that diagram. Hard to see if it's there. See how that the left stem curves off and to the left. Back up. We're gonna do slightly under. Slightly. That's not right. What do I do to the straw? Hat. That's what I want. I'm all. That's. The O. The O is like the essence of initial name. Just what many of the letters are based on. So we want to get this in mind. Just remember, I look at that counter is like an egg, a balanced oval, I guess. That has an angle to it, but it's balanced top and bottom. So that's what we're going for. Out wide. Okay, the team. Increase spread up. Long stem. Picture to the right. For the right. And then that is going up. Okay. Okay. The Q. Starting here, put out Y. And now. The R fund. That seems to variations on this. Um, I've seen one where the stem comes below the baseline. And the diagonal comes closer to the base. The wide and balanced, the bottom counter a little bit larger than the top, so keep that in mind as you're making that curve. Top and bottom strokes are flat-ish, but not flat. Top is going to 0. T. Cross. Entry, not quite halfway in. Come out wide. Where are we on time, Lord?
We are at 7:38, so we've got about 22 minutes or so.
Okay, you. Come up with and wide. And then the film is pretty much straight. Where I would thought. Okay, the V, pretty straightforward. Flat, the second stroke is fairly flat, but it curves around. And then angle back down. W. It's like that first stroke is not. This sort of movement good. I figure out what those are. I'm not quite sure. And that third stroke comes around in the middle. Interesting. Which kind of arrangements? Okay, the X. Big wide diagonal. Look at wide. Now, second stroke is a little tricky. But you're pretty much gonna be lining that with both the entry and the exit. 23. You can even mark, I think, some spot that you're looking for a bit. Yeah. I have a little practice. Yeah. Okay, the Y is close to the V. V center. Y. Second stroke is flat on the top, going into a curve. Good. Okay, Z is flat on top, then the diagonal that creates that 10. You're picking your 23, and then across the bottom. Okay, we did it. I'm having George, there should be another slide.
Well, if I can get back to it, bear with me.
Another. It's a challenge. Putting a challenge out there.
Okay, where am I?
Like, when you drive them, are they kind of close together or they more size?
You'll see different ways of doing it. I've seen calligraphers pack them very tight. Because there's not much of a ascender or descender, you can stack them
There we
oddly.
go.
Kind of a neat look. Or I've seen them lettered openly with space of, breathing room between letters. I kind of like the tied tact, but play around with it. It's just a great one to experiment with. You can do it. There's so many variations. You'll see. Some people experiment with doing it with the thin, a more narrow nib to create a light, kind of airy uncial. I like the packed feel to it. I like to use color when I do it. But the challenge for y'all, Peggy was talking about the show coming up. Do a simple piece with color and using uncial. Fill in the counters with a different color. Do something really fun. It doesn't have to be a long piece, but I think you'll enjoy experimenting with it. Thank God.
Our name tags are in them too. I said it's so great to sit around with you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Dixon Butcher's branding, I love that.
And you know, I love that. That's not so.
I really like to use tracing paper when I'm doing my practice. And so that's why I created that guide and suggested tracing paper. You can come back to it. You grab it someday. Yeah. So on the back, I've got a couple of little reference items. There's an excellent uncial exemplar in our in the Guild Library. Bill Womack, who was one of our inspirations. He's in heaven now, but he was such a great teacher to all of us. He did a fabulous. Well, he has a lot of exemplars, or there are a lot of his in the library, but the uncial was especially. Yeah, you can check them out and you can make copies of them. Yeah. Bill family said we are Bill used to. Yeah. Yeah, really do that. I think it's the old folders about this. Okay, at the disc. No. Yes.
Yeah, it's their last show. But I don't know how people end up being an exhibit built for. I don't think so.
What did you say, Dixie?
I said, I don't think there's an exhibit built. I'm not
Where?
sure. At the Memphis College of Art exhibit that just opened at the Brooks. It's only been open a week. But I asked.
I thought Tom was gonna submit a piece of bills. Isn't that what he told us? That piece that he brought?
Well, maybe it's there. Maybe it is there.
I hope it is.
It's something about, and I only know this because Susan Davis, somebody that said, in charge of the exhibits. But it was something about, it had to be a teacher connected with a student. And I mean, that's what the main exhibit's about, but okay, something says, yeah. But I'm gonna go see it anyway. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, keep your sheet. If you're back,
Do you want these back?
Yes, I'm gonna hang on to
Thank
those
you.
for the guild, so we can review some.
I don't feel like.
Hopefully,
They're
good.
having part
Good.
2 next time.
Here, I'll take it.
Probably not next time.
Oh, okay.
I'll take a little break. But I do have 2 other hands that.
And then the double got it upside down. Oh, I don't like the angular double. It goes with the V, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Sideways.
Yeah.
I have double. I wish I would play one.
Come up with a band because
Nope, that's all yours.
And she on.
Just set them down. Wrap.
Let's do this quickly.
Okay.
Can I have everybody's attention? We're gonna do something a little bit different tonight. Arthur, can you come up here? The Guild presents awards once a year to special people. And one of the Guild members presents you the Richard Twill Award. This is
Turn it around, let us see it.
Turn around. Congratulations. Did you do that?
I did that one.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Congratulations.
I don't know what I need.
Sent all those pretty cards
I
out.
know.
George. Come up here.
Well, this thing's gonna go haywire. See if I get up. Not killing me.
I will. Yeah, it's great.
I try to do that with Peggy. Short. And keep making Franklin. Keep making Franklin.
Be busy.
Oh,
There you go.
Peggy does good work.
that's a beautiful. Thank you for your service, George. Appreciate it so much.
You go out of your way to do things for us.
And for yours, Audrey. We appreciate all those beautiful cards.
Yeah, we sure do.
I'm glad you enjoy it. It's
George, you want to get back in there or not?
I'm going to, yeah. And Audrey might wanna use this.
That's why you're working on it.
see before y'all rest it some good.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
You can envelope that, slide right in.
It's. I figured it'd be easier to carry that room.
Absolutely.
No, it's not. Okay. Well, yeah.
So you do.
I can tell all the things. If it's right, if it's tiny, it's basically.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm comfortable. That's the safe for the collection. Oh, thanks. Oh, but it's not. It is. Well, like here in 14 days. Because I'm sitting on front of it. It's fine, she's fine. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then you want someone. I don't deserve.
Put a lot.
I can tell.
No, you put a lot more care.
Oh, not on this. I definitely think it's artificial intelligence and it screws us up and everything. Okay, I'm going to stop this.